Hey everyone, Dr. Jamil Sayed here. Happy Thursday, hope you're all doing well. I'm out on a walk right now and I have a message on my heart that I'd like to share with you. And this is a message that could potentially save your life and or the lives of the people that matter most to you. So I truly ask you to please listen carefully because there's something here for you. As many of you may know who have been following my work and my journey for about 20 years now, I've been involved in the world of health and healing as it relates to physical health, emotional, mental, spiritual, and it's helping people show up as their highest and greatest version of themselves so they can create whatever it is that they're wanting in their life. And as it relates to the healing component, I found nothing more profound than energy work, energy healing. Now, coming from more of a conventional background as it related to health and medicine, I didn't know anything about this work. I didn't really believe in this work. I also never really learned about it, never gave it a chance. And so many of you perhaps are in that similar boat. And I remember just graduating medical school, and I applied for a job at the holistic oncology center, and I get a interview. And I remember meeting the gentleman who runs the place, and years ago he was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer, and he had used holistic medicine and energy work and healed himself. And I thought, well, this is amazing. And he became an energy practitioner in his healing process. And so he found out about the work that I do with people mentally and emotionally, and he thought, our cancer patients, they really need this. This would be amazing. So he gives me the job. As he shakes my hand, I guess he felt something, and he looks at me and he says, you'd be really great at Reiki. And if you're not familiar, Reiki is a Japanese form of energy healing. That's the energy work that he had used. And I didn't know how to take that because I didn't really know what that even meant. And so I was like, thanks. And that was it. About a year or so later, I felt that calling, and the calling said, now's the time. It's time to get involved in energy work. And so I reached out to that gentleman. He introduced me to a teacher of his, and I went and I got trained. And I remember when I finished, the teacher said to me, do you feel anything? And I was like a brick. Didn't feel anything, didn't see anything. I had no experience of the energy, so I wasn't even sure if it worked. And then I came back home to New York. I did my training in Arizona. Came back home to New York, and I remember my grandmother, she had pain her whole life, and she was going through a really emotional time in her life. And I said, well, I just got trained in this. How about we have an experience? And so I did energy work for her, and she had back pain her whole life. And about 45 minutes later, her back pain went away, and it's been 3 years, and it never came back. And on the one hand, I'm thrilled. On the other hand, the skeptical part of me is like, well, how do I know it was that? Maybe it was something else, who knows? Other people started to come to me, and more healings were occurring. And I was thinking, okay, this is pretty cool, but again, still skeptical. And then I get a call from a gentleman that I know, and he said to me, can you help somebody that I know? They're going through a lot. And I said, I'll give it a shot. I'm in New York, they're in California. I'm not sure how much help I can be, but let's try it out. So I speak to them, and I tell this person, look, you're across the country. There's only one thing that's coming to mind that I can do that might help you. I said, and it's probably going to sound strange. I told this person, I just got trained in something. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work and nothing happens. Best case scenario, there's a miracle. Are you open to that? And he told me, I'll try anything. And I remember saying, okay, let's do it. So we did a Zoom call, 45 minutes. And when it comes to energy work, time and distance don't matter. You can do this work from anywhere around the world. I love doing it in person. It's always fun, but it can be done from anywhere. And I just remember him having a great experience. And then he tells me the next day more information. And he tells me that he went to the neurologist, he got a brain scan, and it turned out that he had multiple brain aneurysms and strokes, and they were significant, they were severe. And the doctors told him, there's nothing we can do, we can't help you. And they gave him a prognosis that nobody wants to hear. They told him that he had 6 weeks to live. And I can only imagine what that would feel like, and I'm sure anyone watching this, you can imagine it's a scary place to be. And I told him, okay, so every day I'm going to do healing work for you. And every day I did healing work for him to the best of my ability. And I remember around the 8th or 9th day, I'm out on a walk similar to how I am right now. And I had a conversation with the divine. I had a conversation with God. And I said, I really want to believe this energy work stuff works. And I'm skeptical still, despite seeing a variety of results, it appears. You got to give me something that's so profound, undeniable, that I just can't help but know it's true. And the next day, I get this video text message from this gentleman. He's in the hospital, and he just got a brain scan. and his brain scan results came back, and his brain's completely normal. And the doctors are saying there's no sign of anything, it's a miracle. And they had no idea what happened. And I had the biggest smile on my face, I had tears coming out of my eyes when I received that video. And ever since that moment, it's like, okay, this is real. And that was about 3 years ago. And so over the last 3 years, there's been such profound facilitations of healing that I've been blessed to be a part of. There's been people have had cancerous tumors that have dissolved and disappeared, autoimmune conditions that have resolved that they've had for almost their whole life, pains like similar to my grandmother, pains that they've had that are just gone, sometimes after one session, sometimes after a few, depending on whatever the cause is and if we're actually getting to it. And it's just truly been a blessing. And so whether it's yourself listening and watching this video, or whether it's someone that you know in your world, if you'd like to get another opinion on what might be going on, if you'd like to see if this type of work could help you, let's have a conversation. Like anything in life, I can't make any guarantees because no one knows exactly how it's going to go down. But what I can say is I show up each and every time with everything that I have, and more often than not, miracles are created. And so if you'd like to reach out to me, have a conversation, if you're watching this on social media, you can message me at Jamil Sayed, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn. And if it's Instagram, it's at Dr. Jamil Sayed, DR and then my name. Or if somebody has given you this video, they probably gave you my phone number too. So feel free to message me there. Wishing you and your family the absolute best. And whether I hear from you or not, I wish you tremendous health and healing and love on your journey. And I look forward to whenever our paths connect. Take care.